that I got my information.
You there,
from.
Bob?
And you're right, it does still have to be approved by, I believe, Senate. One body approved it. And then it's supposed to be approved, I can't remember which one.
House or the Senate, one of them.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Can you hear us okay, Bob?
I can. How are you all? All three of you.
We're
All
good.
three of us are doing.
Kim won't be here tonight. Or can you close that?
Okay, so it's the Senate that approved it. It's called the Sunshine Protection Act.
Talk about daylight savings time.
They approved it unanimously by voice vote with the House of Representatives, which has held a committee hearing on the matter, must still pass the bill before it go to Biden to sign.
So how long?
Well, the plan
The
that
hope says this is the last one, right?
In spring.
right, it's supposed to change because they want it to be daylight savings time, not standard time.
Okay,
So they want to be like, they want to wait till the day. And that was what I was reading, that they were waiting until this next time change in March.
okay.
But if the Senate is still not approved it,
Well,
Yeah.
theoretically, they don't have to approve it until next November. They get till November to do it. It's before, but
no, March. March is when the clock changes again.
yeah, but they want to change it and leave it.
Yeah, in March, because that's when we go to
Yes,
long.
so we just have to have it approved before October when we switch back.
So is March
So
the
we
one we
don't-
want or the one we don't want?
March is what we want. That's where it stays lighter later.
Perfect. So if they go on March, then if it stays the same,
They're figuring it's more energy efficient to have it light later. Which I agree with.
I agree too, but it's fine, just pick one, I don't care.
Somehow, though, the farmers have really complained, which I don't get how the crops go is an hour difference.
Well, the animals go to sleep when the sun's
Yeah.
out.
Right?
And their tractors all have air conditioning now and headlights on them.
And then the funniest complaint I heard was all these mother groups were complaining about their kids having to go to school in the dark. Well, schools don't start till 8, so no matter which time zone, it's gonna be,
I guess depending on the time of the year, northern part of the country could be some issues.
so you know what you do, you change school to start an hour later.
And schools.
Well, they
do that.
did this.
And a lot of states have,
Some of them went to 9 o'clock start time.
Well, and the northern states too, during the summer, they get dark till 10 or 11 o'clock sometimes.
Yeah. The farther north you are, it can be.
I remember we went to our Alaskan cruise, we took out of Juneau at midnight. And there were all these people lined up along the inlet, the waterway with campfire stuff, waiting till 2 in the morning when they could start the fireworks. Because it wasn't gonna get dark. I mean, there's still plenty light enough.
So did they start, was it July 5th then, or was it the 3rd and they started?
Well, we left out the port on July 4th, so I guess July 5th.
How funny.
We were kind of hoping that the ship would launch some fireworks or do something since we're out over the ocean, but they didn't.
Oh,
I don't know if there's a rule against it. I have no idea, but.
I don't know.
So we were on the cruise on July 4th, but
Where's Rebecca?
yeah.
She should be here by now.
Did she go to another meeting?
Who's the vice president now?
Edgar. He'll be here any minute now.
All right.
He knows he's running the meeting.
We have a quorum, so. Well, if Edgar makes it.
I was gonna say, no, you don't.
I know, yeah.
I can see.
well, there's no resolutions tonight, Bob, so it should.
They're not a quorum.
Or is there one in the
No, in the consent.
there's not one, I looked at the items on the consent calendar, but it would be attention to that.
Yeah.
Because usually you glance and see that, go, okay, I know what that's about.
Yeah,
So,
we could have removed that in 4.2. The wind is still whipping around out there though.
and I have been giving Kim a lot of crap about missing this meeting, because I said, you're the one that always talks. Being at the meetings is so important, you're gonna miss.
Luckily, it's a light agenda. I mean, it's important topics, don't get me wrong, I don't mean that, but.
That woman needs to get a job. She's on the phone with my wife. I come home from work, she's on the phone.
Your wife's on.
They hang up.
Your wife's on that.
Oh, she can hear me. All right, I'm there.
Just trying to look out for my fellow man.
It's now connecting to audio, so.
I'm not gonna tell her.
You guys stick together, hey, I'm in the minority here.
How's she doing, Ross?
She is doing much better,
Good.
much better.
Glad to
She's,
hear.
So is
way more active than she was. She's got a lot of her strength back. She had chemo the last week, so her numbers are a little flaky this week, but which usually happens the week after chemo, everything gets skewed.
Right.
So but no, she's as far as how she's feeling and going out, you know, yeah, sometimes she overdoes it. I think she's trying to do too much. Yes, dear, we're talking about you. I see your mic is off, but we're talking about you. So
should I try calling her?
Yeah.
Boy, that made it quiet.
yeah, you get to lead the meeting and do the pledge.
I think I might have you do the pledge.
Like it's Colby.
Stick to the agenda.
It's just
Okay,
a
sounds
meeting
good.
and relax.
Perfect. But she got stuck at the train.
Oh.
So she'll be here in just a couple minutes, couple seconds, she said. So,
So when we get to the items, do I read the subject or do you read the subject?
you can read it. You would introduce it typically. Hey, Billy Joe, can you hear me?
I can.
Is Kathy gonna join us?
She has a conflict, so you got me.
That's fine, that works. Thank you for being on. We'll be just starting in just a couple minutes.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Actually, these should no feedback echo tonight. That
That was weird. It was, everything was closed and just kept playing in the background.
makes you wonder if that was a Zoom issue or.
No, I think it was a Windows issue. Because Zoom is just streaming what's on my computer. I'm looking at an update for the systems that'll hide all the wires and kind of permanent install. They'll make it easier on us.
Did everybody get to see the base jumper at Shadow with the video?
I don't know if anybody's seen the video yet.
I had to really scan out to get the one from our camera,
Yeah.
but you can see he didn't really jump from the very top.
No, they don't.
He, like that little shadow area, ledge right there, and his chute never really opened. I think he jumped way too low, even.
We had another base jumper, Bob. You haven't heard the story yet.
No, I don't like to hear stories like that.
He was more of a tumbler.
He survived.
He survived.
You
But he-
survived?
He hit the wall at least 5 times before he hit the ground.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he broke a few bones and got a all expensive paid trip to Riverside Community Hospital. So.
Reminded me of that episode of The Simpsons where he tried to jump the canyon on the skateboard.
And he's still finding them.
I know you're going to cover this, Colby, but have you heard back from them on the document we sent?
I had sent an email again yesterday, so. Yeah, I talked to the city today, so. Not a problem. $7:35?
6:30.
6:35. Sorry.
It's not the United States time yet. We haven't changed clocks.
You ready?
Yep, we're ready. We call meeting order.
All right, so today is Thursday, February 9th, 2023. We'll convene the Harupa Area Recreation and Park meeting at 6:35. And our first item, the pledge of allegiance, I guess I will lead it. Please stand, your hand over your heart, ready to begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And so the republic for which is one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can we please get a roll call?
Division 1, Kim Jo Johnson, who's absent tonight. Division 2, Jose Luis Godinez.
Present.
Division 3, Rebecca Redorty Byrne. Present. Division 4, Edgar Castellan.
Present.
Division 5, Ross Leva.
Here,
We'll go on to item number 2. Do we have any presentations and or recognitions?
None this evening.
Item number 3, any public comments?
I've not received it.
No? Okay. We'll go on to item to number 4, consent calendar. Does anyone want to add or remove anything from the consent calendar?
I move approval of the consent calendar.
I second it.
All right, no roll call.
Okay, no roll call.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Motion passes 4-0.
Okay. So we'll move to item number 5, board action items, item 5.1. So this will be a request from the American Cancer Society for use of Rancho Cucamonga Regional Sports Park. Mr. DeWitt.
Yes, most of us are aware of who the American Cancer Society is, and they have been a very strong partner here with the district and the city of Rupa Valley for a number of years. And they are requesting the use of the Rancho Rupa Regional Sports Park for what they're calling the Reindeer Dash and Ugly Sweater Bash. This will be take place December 2nd of 2023. They're requesting a fee waiver for the use of the facility. And looking at it with staff, this is a typical Saturday when there would not be games going for the most part. The AYSO season has typically ended. Most of the gaming leagues are also over after the Thanksgiving holiday, and December's a quiet month. So this is a kind of a perfect fit in there. Staff recommending the approval of this, but we wanted to bring it forward to the board for discussion and consideration. We do have a representative on the line, Billy Joe Williams, with the that'll be helping put on the event here. Billy Joe has been involved with American Cancer Society as long as I've been, as long as I have, at least 15 years, probably longer. Great representation for the agency, and she'd be available for any questions you may have as well.
Any questions, any discussion?
Not really.
No.
None? All right.
I move the board of directors approve the request from the American Cancer Society for use of Rancho Jurupa Regional Sports Park for a fun run walk on December 2nd, 2023.
I'll second that motion.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
All right,
Motion passes.
you're all good. You're good, Billy Joe. Thanks for joining us.
Okay. All right, we'll move on to item 5.2.
Thank you, guys.
You're very welcome.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
Okay, so item 5.2, this is request for fee waiver for use of Skyview Event Center for 2023 Rupa Valley Food Fest.
Again, this is an item that's been before the board before, and you've asked to have it brought back on an annual basis. This is for the fee waiver of use of Skyview Event Center for the Food Fest, which is put on by jointly with the Rupa Valley Rotary and the Rupa Lions Club. Proceeds from this event go to fund local scholarships for our high school students here. It's been a successful event in the past, and they've asked to have it brought back at the facility again this year. Staff has no concerns with it. They've been a great partner, and we love to continue that relationship. So
Okay.
I would like to note, I did reach out to both Hank Treba from the Lions Club and Wes from the Rotary Club. Unfortunately, Wes is at a conference for the Discovery Center in Tucson this weekend. And I believe Hank is on a plane from Chicago right now. So, but they did submit letters of request.
Yes, I do.
Any questions?
No.
No. All right, can I get a motion?
I move the board of directors approve the request for waiver of fees for the use of Skyview Event Center for the 2023 Rupa Valley Food Fest.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passes 5-0, 4-0. All right,
All right.
and we'll go on to item 5.3, update on Shadow Rock Parks and grand opening.
So in front of you guys, you have a flyer for the grand opening of Shadow Rock, which has been scheduled for March the 3rd. I'm sorry, March 4th. Right, yeah, I keep saying 3rd for some reason. That's March 4th. Staff's working with, part of the sales team from Lennar. They want to participate as well. So we're excited about getting this facility finally open. As the board's aware, we had a soft opening a couple weeks ago. Park's getting a lot of use already. A lot of activity going on there, which is really nice. Knock on wood, we've had no vandalism whatsoever to speak of. So I really think just getting the people in the facility and out and about and has taken that unwanted element and pushed them somewhere else. So we're excited to see that. Kind of the last little bit that we've been waiting on is the electrical connection for the ball field lights. I got a picture last Friday, everything we've been waiting for, which was the transformer has been energized. They just got to do the cutover and hook up to the actual facility itself, which we're just basically waiting for Edison to come out and hook up the meter is what it comes down to. And it's supposed to take about 2 weeks from that point. So maybe maybe tomorrow, maybe the next week or so, we'll actually have the power for the ball field lights. And then at that point, the contractor will actually come and install the switch gear. They didn't want to put anything in there until it was fully energized. That's the last little bit, so the ball field lights will be active at that point. So we're excited for that. Not a necessity aspect of the park to get it open, but we have youth leagues, travel baseball, softball, soccer, calling about use of the facility already. So we know it's going to be very heavily used. So we're really excited about it. Still planning out some of the final details, depending on what Lennar's involvement wants to be. But we've typically done in the past. We're not doing the big grand ribbon cuttings or anything like that. We want to give an opportunity for the new residents of the area and then existing residents come and see the new amenities. It's a great opportunity to introduce the park district to our new residents. We'd love to have all the board members out there. Great opportunity for you guys to meet some of your constituents. We've typically done hot dogs and cupcakes and juice punch type of a deal, kind of a picnic style theme. Staff's working on some games to play with the kids, and we have some special giveaways for the opening of the park we're working on. This is our first dog park, so we're looking on a dog park specific kind of giveaway and then kind of a commemorative item for the park itself. So we're excited for all that. And we're moving forward. The open space is still a couple months from being turned over from us. Because they have there's some trail access that's still being completed. That they're using it for access to go across, and they have to come back and rehydroseed done that natural spray to put down in the open turf area that the vehicle's been driving across. So that's kind of where we're at with that. I did want to share Costa Construction, who actually did the construction of the park. Sent over some pictures that they had done by a photographer I want to share with the board here real quick. It's just some aerial and still shots that come out, and just the park itself, if you haven't had a chance to come out there yet, just looks phenomenal. That's Sierra Road down there below us, just to kind of give you so you can figure out where we're at here. I love the stripes in the grass there. I got to get one of the staff to Photoshop out the guy mowing the lawn. Just how beautiful and crisp that is. These are phenomenal marketing photos that we have here. You can see the sheer size of the playground there. I did log onto our security cameras last Saturday about 2:00. There must have been 75 people in the playground playing. It was awesome to see that zip line. It's fun.
Yeah. Nice.
So and you just tell how great the facility looks. Some street pictures there, their monument sign for the community. I love that sunburst there coming through. It was such a clear day. These pictures are just great. I'm so glad he shared them with us.
Looks great.
So that's kind of it for the update in the park there. Let's see if the members have any questions in regards to it.
It's beautiful.
Anyone have any questions, comments?
How are the two smaller parks being received?
Well,
by
yeah.
the residents?
Yeah, they're getting used. We don't have any vandalism issues. I know one of the communities, Discovery, where Discovery Park is, they've been having a little community volleyball game on Sunday afternoons the last couple of weeks. So they're getting used as we had hoped. So that's really nice to see.
We always talk about the big one, but we seldom talk about the small.
Yeah, no, then, and again, we've had no issues out there. There was a little bit of vandalism issues prior to an opening. Not significant, but just enough to be frustrating. And a lot of that's gone away too. The neighbors there are really taking pride in it. They're watching out for it. If there's an issue, they let us know. And, you know, the maintenance staff's on it. There was an issue with the gate in the dog park wasn't latching properly. We got the contractor back out there and replaced the part. Everything's working well, so they're doing a great job. Our maintenance staff that's out there. You know, that park gets checked 7 days a week, just like our other ones, so. Good.
Sorry. And there's no action needed on this.
No, it's just more of a receiving file for you guys. Make sure you all know about the grand opening. We'll keep reminding you all. It should be a fun event.
All right, for that update. We'll go on to item 6.1, general manager's report.
Trying to keep it brief here tonight, but one thing else, other thing in front of you there, you do have a flyer for our spring fling. Which we've decided to hold at Battle Rock as well. We're excited about it. We think it's gonna be a great venue for it. Trying to spread things across the district as much as possible. As you all remember, meeting Molly, our new event coordinator, is going to town on this, has a lot of great ideas when it comes to some activities for this. She's put together a sponsorship package already. You can kind of see it's on your flyer here, blank. Trying to get some sponsorships for some different things that we have going at the event. So hopefully some of the local businesses will want to contribute and see the value of the events here. So we're excited for that. She's already contacted a artist that's going to come in, and we're going to have an 8x8 wall that they're going to live paint during the event. That's a sponsorship opportunity for one of the local vendor can have their logo on there as well, painted up there with ours, and if they want it, at the end of the day, they can have it type of a situation. Some other promotional opportunities and some of the giant inflatable eggs that she found and stuff. So I think it's gonna be a great opportunity here. As always, the egg hunt, we will have a couple vendors, some performances by our different various classes. We'll have a DJ out there playing music and help and organize, you know, some picnic style games with the kids, as well as a couple arts and craft opportunities. So again, mark your calendars. It's not a joke. It is on April 1st. So we hope to see everybody there. Other than that, staff has made a huge push the last 2 weeks. Staffing, you know, has been an issue. We have been comfortable, but still tight. And they put together 3 days of interviews, 3.5 days of interviews. And I don't know what it was, what was in the air, but people finally showed up consistently. We probably had 75% attendance rate, which we were averaging 40%, 60% no-shows for the interviews. So we got a great group of people. I think we're processing about 24 personal action forms right now, going through the fingerprinting and background checks. So that'd be huge. We have a lot of programs that have waiting lists that we're going to be able to expand upon. So it'll be huge for us. So we're really excited about that. So staff's doing a great job getting that stuff going. Other than that, like I mentioned before, our maintenance staff's doing a phenomenal job. The wind here, the rain was great. We needed it. We loved it. And then the wind came and dried everything back out. So, you know, making sure the irrigation systems are operating, that they're being efficiently used. We're not overwatering. Nothing's getting broken, and you just get cleaned up after that wind. It wreaks havoc. You know, imagine your front yard times 450 acres of it, you know, all the trash gets brewed from your neighbors and stuff. A lot of that ends up in our facilities too. So getting that stuff cleaned up is huge. So again, I commend our maintenance staff. They're doing a phenomenal job. So I think that will be it for this evening, unless there's any questions.
Will Molly be the point person? Will people from the outside know that she's, or is she, I guess first question is, will she be the point person for anyone interested in sponsorship?
Yes, she's the contact person on the sponsorship form.
And how are we letting that known to?
So we're getting it out, be on social media tomorrow, but we've sent it to the Chamber of Commerce, as well as a lot of their development projects going on, reaching out to them if they're, you know, there's a lot of new development coming in the city, especially that Valleyway corridor and stuff. Be a great opportunity for some of those new businesses to get their name out there. So we're promoting to them as well.
On the, I lost my thought there. Again, you said through chamber and every other source, we'll see her name.
She's the contact person.
Yeah, because this is a great item that wall that you're talking about, really is the first out, and I'm just almost feeling that, we're gonna get our community involved, the business people.
We hope so.
Yeah.
We have some good eye, and they're very reasonably priced. We're not.
Very nice, thank you.
All right, any other comments? No? All right, we'll move on to item 6.2, board comments. Mr. Levinas.
Yes, so was that at market night? It was pretty good turnout for the first one of the year. Hopefully start to build up,
A little
but
cool.
yeah, no, it was good. It was lively. And I'm glad, and obviously staff looks busy, and that's much appreciated, and hopefully our community starts to or keeps showing up for the support.
No wind.
It died down. It was-
It died down, yeah. It threatened most of the afternoon, but
Yeah, the morning was rough. But yeah, thank you.
All right, next we'll go to Ms. Byrne.
Yes, unfortunately, with the wind, that is enough to keep me away, and I don't want to be kept away, so I'll hopefully fight the wind and attend, because it's right down the street from me. But I do hear it, and it sounds lively. I'm excited about that. I'm really looking forward to the Molly being involved with this Easter thing. It's from the first that I had attended with my grandchildren, it is just wonderful. The kids just have a wonderful time. So anything that she can add. So really looking for those two events. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Leader.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to the grand opening of Shadow Rock and start having those spring fling. I think it's great to have events there right away. Get that community just involved as we can. I think it's fantastic. I'm looking forward to both those events.
Yeah, and for myself, just I've been mentioning also, I'm looking forward to the grand opening of the Shadow Rock Park. It's that and the two smaller ones, I think, really add that to the new neighborhood and to the area. So very glad that we're currently having a grand opening, and also very impressed with the flyers here. So
I do want to thank Mr. Godinez. He did volunteer to help do some proofreading for us and came back with some great suggestions, and we do appreciate that.
yeah, and yeah, looking forward to wasn't able to make it to this market night, but hopefully to the next one. I plan on being there. And yeah, lastly, thank you to the staff as well for putting all the effort that you out. I've been going to some of the parks and they're looking great. So thank you to all. And all right, so we'll move on to item 7, agenda items for future board meetings. Does anyone like to add an item for future board meeting?
I'm sorry, I maybe this is enough time. I would like to ask the question in regards to our events. Are we gonna have information regarding our up and coming events? I think I heard that we were going to be working on Cinco de Mayo or September 16th.
Yeah, we're actually going to be one thing that I need to do is start getting some committee meetings scheduled. We have a lot of information we want to share, so we're working on all that stuff coming up. So from everything through basically September right now, we've got planned, and we want to through the board so we can get that information out as part of the brochure we're working on.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay, anything else? Upcoming meetings. So we'll have our next board meeting February 23rd. And following after that, March 9th. Okay, so we're having any upcoming committee meetings, correct?
Nothing scheduled yet. We just need to work on it.
All right, so we will see you all our next meeting February 23rd. And we will adjourn the meeting at 6:55.
That's a record, but it's.
Fast. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Diana, if you can hear me, hang in there. See you all later.